Hello, this is Tomasz. In this video, I want to share with you my protocol that helped me recover from PSSD and protracted withdrawal. I thought about this for a long time because what I did to recover was, in a way, invasive. And as it often happens in biology, what helps one person may harm other. That's why I've been very cautious about sharing my details of my success story. The passage of time since my last dose of the medication was undoubtedly helpful. However, I know that time is often undervalued by people going through withdrawal, as most of you might feel convinced that your condition will never improve. But over time, my symptoms gradually got better, and time itself worked in my favor. That being said, I also believe that the interventions I undertook accelerated the process and played the most crucial role. This was where my healing journey truly began. Psychiatric medications very often cause dysbiosis, so I focused on this aspect first, especially in the small intestines where neurotransmitters are being synthesized. When bacterial overgrowth occurs there, the entire brain's biochemistry becomes disrupted, which is a direct cause of issues people with PSSD and protracted withdrawal face. First, I eradicated bacterial overgrowth using antibiotics. Then I rebuilt my gut flora with probiotics. In my case, I had an overgrowth of both bacteria and archons. Next, I stimulated gut motility using prokinetics. It was also crucial to address vitamin deficiencies, as their absorption is often impaired due to bacterial overgrowth. To stimulate the nervous system's self-repairing processes through BDNF, regular and intense physical activity is essential. This is often overlooked in the recovery process, which is understandable. Many severe cases struggle with even minimal exercise. I remember my early days when even taking a short walk was difficult due to severe dysautonomia. Nevertheless, this was another pillar of restoring sexual functions and cognitive abilities, even though the PSSD community tends to underestimate it. Nootropic substances that stimulate neurogenesis, especially in dendrite gyrus of the hippocampus, also played an important role. I took a modulator of brain-derived neurotropic factor, a novel neurogenic molecule with peloplectic properties. Mitochondrial dysfunction is quite common in protracted withdrawal and PSSD. In my case, this was also true, and supplementing with mitochondrial boosters like PQQ and Q10 was another crucial piece of the puzzle. The order in which I took supplements in relation to my diet and microbiome state was also important. This is another aspect that, in my observation, is often neglected by people dealing with PSSD and protracted withdrawal. Entering ketosis to stimulate autophagy along with an anti-inflammatory diet, especially when the gut is in the dysbiosis, is, in my opinion, essential to kickstart the healing process. Otherwise, if inflammation is not reduced, recovery will be slower and less effective. To combat inflammation, I used both antioxidant and anti-inflammatory supplements, as well as eliminated pro-inflammatory foods. Over time, this approach proved to be highly beneficial. All these elements combined and practiced over many months led me to complete recovery from both protracted withdrawal and PSSD. Although I took many supplements and medications through my recovery, in hindsight, I believe that the biggest game changers were an anti-inflammatory diet, microbiome regulation, and regular physical activity, especially strength training.